Shakalaka.
Wow, it's been a while.
We're back.
But
There's
we are
cobwebs
back. Wow.
on my mic.
Around my... Anyways.
In your
And your Halloweeny.
So once again, thank you guys for tuning in to the Bsidesports show. And,
Yes.
of course, you are tuned in and following us on all our social media. And we're here on our YouTube channel. And we have the SoundCloud. So, once again, I'm here as your host, Ralph Figueroa. So, we're going to have a good show today. We got some good stuff. We've been off for a little while because I haven't been here.
We're in hiatus.
We needed comic relief.
Yeah, we need a little.
So, but yeah, man, it's good to take a little bit of time off, and everybody's been doing some stuff and staying busy. So,
Exciting to be
so
back.
yeah, so let's introduce el equipo,
Yeah.
the friends,
Yeah.
la cámara de deportes.
Amigos.
They talk sports.
Yes.
First, let's start off with Eric J.
Yes. Hello, everybody. I'm Eric J. And I'm actually, you know what? I'm the president of the Ray Rice Company.
Oh, really?
Yes, but we're no longer selling in pound. We sell by the slap. Just to kind of incorporate.
Is that the rice that snack, crackle, and pops? That's a weird rice.
San Francisco beat. Rice and running.
You used to have a rice bowl haircut.
I did. I modeled it after Mo.
So, what have you been up to, man?
Oh, man. A little bit of this and that and a whole lot of nothing.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, you know what? Staying busy, doing writing, on my free time and trying to maintain my kids to be positive. Yeah, we're at a negative right now.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's mostly my fault because I'm not around. I'm just kidding. No absentee fathers here.
Sorry about that.
I subtracted myself from that equation.
A long time ago.
What?
Who cares if they look like me?
What's the solution? Marty! We're back. Cubs, they made it. How's the wife?
Wife is good. She's great. She's kicking and screaming and hollering and says, "Get off me!" But she's good. Kids are
And no
good.
means no.
No means no. Wife's gonna have dyslexia. It's on to me. It's on. Get on. No.
Oh, man.
But we've been good. No, God
That's
bless.
Good.
Everything's good.
Good to hear. Good to
Oh,
hear.
oh.
And then, of course, we've got Larry Cabrera's boy toy in the house. We got Shaye Whitey.
Hey, man, what's up? Welcome back to the sports show. What up, Larry?
Yeah. By the way,
Got it,
I sent him a photo of you.
great.
Nice.
And I said, here's your boy toy. So
That's pretty cute, man.
Oh,
yeah, he's a good dude, man. I was just talking to him the other day. He was,
Yeah,
he's
he's
just
cool, man.
Hey,
That's
man, miss hearing you guys. So
Yeah, it's
Yo,
good to be
shout out
back,
to
man. It's
him,
exciting to be
absolutely.
back.
So
dude.
what have you been up to, bro?
Oh, dude, like just busy, just like you said, man. Just like even without the sports show going, there's always stuff happening here. We had an in-store event last weekend. It was pretty packed out.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow night we're getting prepared for the big 5-year anniversary B-side show. It's gonna be 5 years. We started.
And that will be what date is that?
Tomorrow, November 2nd, I believe it is.
Monday,
Yes.
November 2nd.
Yeah.
Monday.
Tune in. We have a lot of surprise guests coming through. All our DJs are coming. Lou Man and
I love that dude,
Zion
man.
and Choice One. All these guys are gonna come through and they're gonna just take turns spinning. We're gonna have a little party.
I heard there's an
basically, so-
Asian man coming here with like shovels and stuff because he said you have a big supplies for him.
Oh.
And fly
Yeah, we have
lice.
supplies, yeah. Yeah, and then even last night too, I was out with the B-side shop. Me and Rabbit were out at the event with Keith Murray performing for the Halloween takeover over at Characters Bar in Pomona. So we were over there selling some merch, and I got to meet Keith Murray. Chopped it up. Let him.
I
know
heard
about
he
the
was a
B-side show.
mythological.
Yeah, no, he's cool, man. He was a real.
He's real?
traveler,
He's
too.
real?
Mythological
Yep.
niggas is comical.
Yeah.
Coming through like the flu bombing.
He's one of the only rappers I know that has a real name too. Just first last name.
Oh, what?
Everybody's
Snoop Dogg is not a name?
I don't know if that's his real
Apparently
name.
not. D-O
I
double
thought-
G.
I thought he was Matich. So
Yeah.
we call him Snoop.
O double G M D. So,
Yeah, so we've been busy, man, and I know you got a lot to talk about, Ralph. I don't know if you want to
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about that
No,
later,
no,
but
man.
you got like, woo.
Yeah,
we-
busy,
how you been?
dude, the hard part was trying to catch up on because we were like 14 hours ahead. So we
Right.
left here on a Wednesday and we got there Thursday night. I'm like, wait, how did we just lose a whole day?
Like what are the lottery numbers?
No, get in a time machine, Marty. Come
So I heard when you went to Japan, it was October 21st, 2015,
Yeah,
and you left on the 19th.
yeah. I don't know how that happened. Space time continuum.
What kind of shoes you got in the case?
So no, it was cool, man. So just
What's up,
being
man?
able to perform for the troops and
good.
take some time off. And then as soon as I got back, though, I had a show out in Hesperia at the VFW. Post 29, 24. Man, those are the rowdiest, drunkest group of funnest people I've ever hooked up with, man. They're
Oh yeah. By the way,
hilarious.
shouts out to my tios.
Yeah,
out there.
I know.
Sounds like my type of people.
They were hilarious, dude. All of them. We were all having a good time. So and I did that show the day after I got back. So I was just like, man, hit the ground running,
Yeah.
dude.
That's
So
good.
and then on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, we co-produced, myself and my friend Monique Flores. We did a show at the Brea Improv, and it was packed, dude.
Really?
It was jam packed, dude.
Nice.
Dude. So it was really good. Come
dope.
back off of that awesome tour, and then come back and this is I get 2 really good shows off the bat. So it was really good, man. So
And then you get us.
yeah, and then to top it
Yeah.
off, this is the creamy feeling. Mm.
I'm the Bavarian cream.
So and I've missed you guys, man. So
man.
and I've been listening back on some of the episodes, just cracking up at some of the nonsense that we talk about, and
Yeah,
and-
how come they haven't like got threats or anything? Like, I'm for sure.
Hey, man. We're
I know,
not, we're not being offensive enough
Don't
yet.
say nothing yet. Don't say that. Let's bring back Sebastian Zatina so he can F his way out of this one.
Yeah.
Jesus, let's call the. It's like, wow, we're talking in Morse
Or
code.
bet one.
We're Samuel Morse.
So no, but we've been having a good time, enjoying what we got to do in our daily lives, and we're back together. We're hanging out. We're gonna talk some sports. A lot of good stuff going on. Obviously, we got the World Series is cracking. Football is in full swing. Basketball just started.
Yep.
So we got a lot of stuff that we're gonna cover. But this week we're gonna do obviously our trending hot topic, our athlete birthdays. We're gonna do a little who's in trouble. I'm sure we got a few of them in there. Always do. This week in sports history. Where are they now? And then we'll do a little welcome back segment, and we'll do some shout outs at the end, fellas. So if you guys are ready to go, you guys are tuning in and listening to B-Side Sports Show. And once again, you can always find us on our social media at B-Side Sports Show. That's Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. So we are going to move into our first topic, and we got director extraordinaire in the back, Drakk Spelling. So go ahead and hit it, Drakk.
Hot and so hot in her. So hot and
So I'm thinking maybe cross dresses. Maybe he's saying he's hot in heels.
Oh,
Right.
you know what? Yeah.
Nelly it's a crossover name.
It's a wow, yeah. It's a ambiguous name.
And
Yes.
it's been hot. Was it hot over there?
It was not over there.
Over there? No.
No.
it wasn't.
Her meaning it's code for himself. It's a her. Of
Oh, you know what? The truth comes out.
course, he was in the grassy knoll.
On trending hot topics, happy Halloween, everybody.
Yeah.
Happy
So
Halloween.
today is the day after. So hopefully we get to go through our candies, and hopefully we don't find any razor
Hey,
blades.
by the
yeah.
way,
That's always awkward.
well, by the way, how do hillbillies celebrate Halloween?
How?
They pumpkin.
Ooh!
Oh, I'm just saying.
Come here. Hello, my sister. Hello, my darling.
I'll see you up in my bed.
So there was a lot of funny costumes that went out this year. Shaye was telling me, what was the one that you saw?
Oh yeah, on Instagram I seen this one. It was like that moment when you can't decide if you want to be Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner.
So you're both?
Yeah, so they had half and half. One side was the Olympic, thing that he wore with a number on one side. The other side is a dress.
I would just cut out the middleman and be Chris Jenner.
Yeah, or like and then
Just
one,
like his love life, half and half.
yeah, that means he's hanging to one
He
side.
drinks Arnold Palmer's.
There was a lot of they were trolling the whole Deflategate. There was one guy that did a marathon where he had a mask like Tom Brady, and he was juggling deflated footballs. He was
Oh.
juggling as he's doing a marathon. That's pretty dope.
I saw this one guy had a haunted house, and all his tombstones were all Brown quarterbacks.
What?
Yeah, like from like Bernie Kosar out down to Johnny Manziel. Or, yeah, it's kind
Johnny
of
football
interesting.
already made the list.
Yeah, I already made the list.
Hey,
Dude.
you're new footballs.
Yeah, footballs.
You know what was a funny one that I saw was a Jim Harbaugh. So you guys know he's the University of Michigan coach,
Right.
Former 49er head
Oh, yeah,
coach.
right.
So they had a dog dressed up as Jim Harbaugh. So I guess you would call him Jim Harbone. Is that how that works? I don't know.
How about Harbark?
Woof. In baseball news, Game 5 of the World Series continues later tonight with the Kansas City Royals, one win away from winning it all on the road against the New York Mets. If necessary, Game 6 will be on Tuesday, November 3rd. in Kansas City.
There's
So
some strong teams, though, man. You should see by their postseason play, man. Royals are good.
Yeah.
Kansas City,
They were there
all
last year, too.
contact hitters, man. They just keep hitting the ball.
just offensively and defensively, they got some great pitchers.
Right.
And you don't see often like the same team going to the World Series 2 years in a row, and they did it. So
Yeah.
this time they're hoping to take it.
I
It looks
think-
That's
I
how
mean-
the Braves do it.
Yeah,
But,
it's been a while.
Yeah, and it's great how you see these guys like Johnny Cueto is. You know, his nickname is Johnny Baseball.
Is it
Oh,
really?
Oh, yeah, Bobby, Johnny Baseball. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He threw a great game the other day on game 2. He only allowed 1 run on 2 hits. So, and that's the thing. It's like, you got to have great pitching that's there. But Johnny Cueto, the crazy thing about him is he has a brother that looks just like him.
Oh, hey.
Donnie.
Who's
Yeah.
that? He's
Donnie Cueto.
No, it's Johnny Cueta. He's a rapper.
Yeah, dude. His
No way.
brother. Yeah, his brother looks just like it's something like that. Donnie.
Yeah, Donnie and Johnny.
El Donnie, Johnny, and homie. And like, what? Who?
He's like, where's Marie?
Because there's a third. There's a third, and one of the brothers got interviewed because the guy walks up to him and is, hey, you did great in the game. He's like, oh yeah, you wanna talk to my brother, man?
Yo soy Yonik.
Yo, so,
He found the brother of Yonix.
hey, my favorite song is called Supersonics. So
Hey, that dude from the Mets is pretty bad though with the long hair. He's real tall with the long hair. The pitcher. He looks kind of like a chick.
Antonio Banderas.
did
His
you
name's
almost
like Syndergaard or
did
Kindergarten.
you almost say gorgeous? Did you almost say
Yeah,
gorgeous?
he has gorgeous flowing locks.
Did you say luxurious hair?
He's got that Thor man.
He's got the
He
the flowing
he has
locks.
Pantene hair.
He does. Look
It
at
Yeah.
the
flows
commercial.
in the wind.
I mean, they have a great pitching staff too, but
Yeah.
it's just they're not creating enough offense,
That's what
and,
it is.
and that's what it's coming down
Yep.
to. Jonas Cespedes, speaking of that, so he's been doing his thing. He's just not, in this series right now, he's just not doing all that well.
I think their gas is running out.
But you know what? Surprisingly enough, what Cespedes likes to do before, and his hitting coach, what he likes to hear him do is
Drink sarsaparilla.
his pregame ritual.
What is that?
And it's not rubbing the bat, okay? Rubbing some Pine Tar. No.
I can rub one out quickly.
Let's get some Pine Tar. All right.
Give me rosin.
Ándale, vamos a pegar un home run, papi. No, you know what he likes to do? He likes to play golf.
Really?
And he's actually a really good golf player. So, he, obviously coming from Cuba, I don't
Not
know.
a lot of golf courses out there.
I don't know if they're allowed to. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
They use the heads of defectors.
They use the little gutters. They just knock the ball into the gutter on the street. Golf.
Everything's surrounded by water. There's a lot of hazards, including bombs. Whoa.
I think Trump made it.
There's a fence over there that we can't get over. Jeez. So, anyways, Cespedes has been doing really well. So that's what he likes to do. That's his little ritual. And I think he's going to turn into like a Happy Gilmore Cespedes.
Really?
We'll see.
Nice.
We'll see. So he's going to take up the sport. Who knows after, So speaking
Past
of
Tiger Woods.
yes, in NBA news though, Kobe Bryant and Kevin Garnett, I just realized they're old.
Yeah.
They're old.
They played with their coaches.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're old.
They're ancient.
Ugh.
You know what sucks about admitting that is that I'm actually older than them. So now I'm old. I'm old.
Yeah, but you have a two-handed set shot.
It-
Well,
it
you
sucks-
got your shooting technique from Richie Cunningham.
you hear them talk about like Tim Duncan and Garnett and Kobe being dinosaurs, and I'm like, oh.
But you're adorable, Shaye. So
Thanks, yeah.
there you go.
And you have Larry.
That's right.
Unfortunately, though, we have to report that Flip Saunders, who 17-year NBA coaching career included successful
right.
stops with the Timberwolves, speaking of Garnett, and the Pistons, died last Sunday of cancer at the age of 60.
that was
so-
sudden,
man,
man.
that
That
was-
was crazy.
Yeah, Flip Saunders was, he was a great commentator, too. He
Yeah.
was,
No, he was good. He knew his game.
great
I mean,
analyst.
And then the
So-
thing that what I took away from a lot of the people that were giving him, giving their, condolences and stuff, everybody was saying how good he was with people. Like
Yeah,
how
just-
good he was. Like all his teammates, all his people that he coached respected him. They never, had anything bad to say about him. It was always like,
Sometimes you just want to pop Popovich.
yeah. I'm
You
sure.
know?
I don't think
I
Popovich seems
heard
like
in
that
his
type.
honor,
Yeah.
they're gonna bury him upside down for Flip's honor.
Oh.
Aw. Oh, I forgot to close the
soon?
latch.
What, is that too soon? Oh, no. Speaking of too soon, Charles Barkley says the New York Knicks are guaranteed to make the playoffs this year. What do you think about that?
I don't know. Well, they play in the East, so I mean, of course, it's possible.
I think Barkley sucks.
Terrible. This is
It's terrible.
This is terrible.
No,
Nah.
the East compared to the West is really bad.
Yeah,
compare the teams. I mean, it's just like it's like
Who do you say on the East right now? Because we're going to talk about this next week. We're going to do a good review. But who do you think right now in the East is going to do well? I mean, because I was looking at these teams. And I don't know half these players, to be honest with you.
Well, of course,
so many
Cleveland will be
Cleveland's
back.
going to be
Okay.
up there. Atlanta, I think, might have a decent
Yeah, Atlanta
shot.
was good last year. They had a really good record last year. And then there's somebody else that is just
Washington.
coming up. You know who doesn't actually look that bad is Miami still, though.
And Toronto.
Okay.
Chris Bosh returned this year. So Chris Bosh and Dwayne
and
Wade.
the West, I mean, you got pretty much anybody.
Oh,
'cause
man, the West is stacked.
It's
Like,
pretty, yeah.
like somebody's going to be out that was in last year. Is going to be, I'm thinking it's probably going to be Portland.
Yeah, absolutely.
Denver.
Absolutely.
Denver.
You know who came out too is LeBron James.
What? He came out of the closet?
He came out as Prince. That's close enough.
Yeah.
So he might be the king on the court, but he's the form of rock and roll legend Prince yesterday during the Cleveland Cavaliers Halloween party. His boy toy, he's got a little bromance brewing with Kevin Love. Because Kevin Love was there, front row center, of course, taking pictures and videos.
He was Apollonia.
Yes.
Sheena Easton.
So they're so if there's a Prince Albert, what would a Prince James be, bro? Like,
In a can.
the piercing is on the rim. Oy! Oh no. No.
Now we're just waiting for his hairline to come out.
Speaking of waiting hairline to come out, in boxing news, the countdown begins to Cotto versus Canelo.
Oh, there we go.
That's
Yeah,
a good fight.
Cotto doesn't have a hairline anymore. Poor guy. You see him when Cotto, dude, when
he goes way back.
his widow peak is
His wig got pushed back.
Yeah, I know, right? Even LeBron's like, damn, dude, that's bad. brother.
Stackhouse.
That's
More on him later.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about him later.
So November 21st, Cotto and Canelo will be duking it out. Any thoughts on it real quick, guys?
I like Canelo, man. I always have. I mean, Cotto has experience, but I got to go with Canelo, the youth.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it too, man. It's like, and somebody just showed me this video of man, I can't remember his name. Oh, damn. Old school boxer though. He's fought Chavez, he's fought them all, but
Pernell Whitaker.
But they asked him like, who's the top right now boxer any weight? He said Canelo. He's like Canelo.
Yeah.
Would
Well-
so and so take him? He's like, nope, Canelo. He was, like,
well,
real
and we'll
big
see
on
what's going to happen because the winner of that fight is going to take on Triple G, who just
Oh, yeah.
demolished his last opponent. I saw that one.
Yeah, he
This
kills
I
everybody.
don't even remember his name,
He's
dude. It was
bad.
so bad, dude. It was awful, man. So whatever. Speaking of awful, earlier this week, Floyd Money Mayweather, casually, and I say casually, walked into a Miami strip club with $50,000.
That's it.
Oh, that's it.
Casually, bro.
He must have just wanted a hot wings.
I'm here for some bottle service.
Eric does that all the time. With sweats and no draws.
Well,
Basketball shorts.
is there any other way? Are you kidding
Yeah, I
me?
guess not.
But I went to Chippendales, though. It's a lot different.
I wear a maxi pad in the front just in
A
case.
Tampax.
So yesterday for Halloween, Money Mayweather dressed up. What did he dress up as, Shaye? What do you think?
I'm thinking like George Washington, like the dollar bill. No, well, I guess it would be a higher denomination, maybe Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin, that's a good.
A burnt light bulb.
Both of them acceptable answers because they both equal a dead president. Hey!
Hey, Ben Franklin?
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't a president. Electricity. Something.
In tennis news, Federer beats Rafael Nadal in 3 sets to win the Swiss indoors title. In college football news, according to the AP Top 25, Ohio State still holds on to the number 1 spot, followed by Baylor, Clemson, LSU, and TCU, rounding out the top 5. USC did not do too well, so they just lost their coach a few weeks ago.
Which it was right? Like I think a lot of people
yeah.
were giving him a bad mouth. A lot of people were.
He was,
gotta go.
for whatever reason, if he was drinking, he was doing whatever.
He was drinking that Cuddy Sark.
Yeah.
He was drinking the Sark.
Sark the shark. He's just always floating around the liquor store. He's always circling that place.
La.
So, so USC's kind of, hurting pretty bad, but they did win over the weekend. Same thing with UCLA. Barely scraped out a win. Really good game, and this is one that's really controversial right now. Is the one with Miami beating Duke.
Oh, I saw that.
At the very end, like a few seconds are left, and they were doing like this crazy lateral play or whatever.
Like the old
Yeah.
Stanford Cal game.
And so they wound up pulling out the win, and so now they're saying the ACC is going to suspend the referees because they should have. It was a wrong call. They missed a call
Oh.
Well, there was a block, an illegal block that happened
that they reviewed, which technically you can't review
You can't
an
review
illegal block.
for
Yeah.
9 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like a long review.
Yeah, I didn't think you could do that either.
You can't review it
If
because
they missed that, then they just missed it, right?
So it reminded me of that commercial. Have you seen that one where all the referees are like, I didn't see the play. They're like, all right, you're gonna nod your head. You're gonna look at a piece of paper. And they're like, hey, the microphone's still on. Hey, first down. You're gonna bobble your hands, and it was hilarious. Dude. So,
Nice.
but there's a lot of pressure on these referees. So
Yeah,
hopefully they don't die.
and they always get called blind.
No, Marty. In NFL news, though, the Detroit Lions wide receiver Calvin Johnson, Megatron, is still getting the job done at the ripe old age of 30 years old. Oh, poor guy.
What an old bastard.
Calvin Johnson becomes the fastest wide receiver to 11,000 yards in NFL history. So good for him.
dude's
Guy's a
bad.
beast. Guy's a beast.
Megatron, he's
Too
bad.
bad his team, unfortunately, they have an
no
awful
good.
record. They're like 1-7 now. They lost.
Is that the
They lost
division?
in London, as a matter of fact. They went. How do you go all the way to another country and lose?
I'm thinking, is
They
that the
weren't even
division?
and they weren't even playing.
In that
Yeah.
division, I think everybody is like under 500 in that division, I believe.
It is an awful division.
Awful division.
Awful
Crazy.
division. So speaking of that, in the AFC, the Patriots, Broncos, and Bengals all remain undefeated and lead the respective divisions. But then the Colts, they lead their division, which is the worst one that's out there right now. So
What's up with Atlanta? They're pretty surprising this year.
AFC South, and that's in the NFC. NFC, the Giants, and I say that kind of like
Tentatively.
yeah, they're also leading their division as well as the who else is it? Oh, the Cardinals are doing really well.
Oh, yeah.
The undefeated Packers and the Panthers are also.
Oh, that's surprising, too. Huh?
Yeah, so the
Cam
Packers tonight, though, are going to be playing against the Denver Broncos, who also
Are
are
undefeated.
undefeated.
Newton.
So
That was my Super Bowl prediction, actually, those two teams.
the O has got to go. Right now, dude, I have to say it, and I hate to say it, but New England is
Looks-
firing
Oh,
on
that's- yeah.
every single
Yeah.
cylinder,
And
dude.
their team isn't even that
You
good
can't-
at how
you
it's
can't
been
deny
before.
that.
Edelman is a beast, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That dude is bad.
And no matter what you say about Tom Brady, he's bad no matter
You,
what.
see,
Yeah,
you see him
dude.
sit there in that pocket, dude.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
brilliant.
Yeah,
He's
he
brilliant.
is.
But that's what I like about what the Raiders are kind of doing because he looks like a younger version of Tom Brady.
Oh, Derek Carr?
Yeah, he's got that same kind of pocket presence. So
Yeah, that's dope.
they're actually winning today, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
Marty.
That's another week where I get to wear my Raider hat. All right.
Exactly.
All right.
All right.
Hey, how's the Pittsburgh game? Did you guys see that? Game?
They lost. Pittsburgh lost. Yes.
So Cincinnati's still undefeated.
They're still undefeated.
Man,
Yeah.
my boy Cracks, man, he's a big old Bengals fan. He's finally got something to be happy about.
Yeah. Now they beat the Raiders and they whooped the Raiders.
Oh, in week one?
Yeah, they're a solid team though. I have
Yeah.
to give the Bengals some props, dude. But
Yeah, at first we just thought the Raiders were going to be that bad again, but
You know,
really
for a
Cincinnati's
while he
good.
couldn't watch a Bengals game. All he would do is watch attacks in India of tigers on citizens.
look, that guy made the tackle.
He made him into taco.
You know who's not going to be made into a taco?
Tell me.
Triple Crown winner American Pharaoh. I'll tell you that.
Nah, unless he goes to Ensenada.
Maybe.
At that point,
Maybe.
he's in trouble.
He closes his career with a dominant show at the Breeders' Cup. So he got a win, the Triple Crown champ. Ironically, American Pharaoh will live out the rest of his life breeding in a cup. All right, good for him.
Shouts out to the long arm of the law.
That's funny. And finally, in bromance sports news, guess who are deadheads?
Who?
Phil Jackson and Bill Walton.
Oh, I remember that. I think it-
They were spotted seen getting close, enjoying a Grateful Dead concert at Madison Square Garden.
that was one of the things. You know,
That's like the
Nice.
taller version of Shaye and Larry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I heard they're starting a movie called Broke Knees Mountain.
and they were probably better at basketball than us,
Because they
too.
both have bad knees.
I know, right?
Hey, but what's crazy is like, I remember like Phil Jackson always keeping Luke Walton on with the Lakers because he did have like a soft spot for Luke because he was good friends with Bill.
yeah.
So,
yeah.
but Luke's
Yeah, he
actually
got him in a
coaching.
soft spot, all right.
Yeah.
It's a little red one, too. It's nice. So, once again, you guys are tuning in and listening to B-Side Sports Show. And, of course, you got Shaye, Whitey, Eric J., and myself, Ralph Figueroa. So, we're off to a good start, man. We're having a good time already. So, we're going to move into our next topic and find out about our athlete birthdays. Go ahead, hit it. Hey, can we fix the cracking? Yeah. have a good
time.
Estamos celebrando.
So, of course, you guys are tuned to listen to B-Side Sports Show, and we like to say here every week that we record a show, it's always
Somebody's birthday.
Take it away, Eric J.
Thank you, Mr. Figueroa. Celebrating a birthday on the 1st of November, we got Major League pitcher Fernando Valenzuela.
Oh,
You remember him?
I remember
El Toro?
him.
Yeah, great pitcher, just not a great looker.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Herbie the Love Bug could pitch.
Remember you used to have your hair like that?
But from the back only. It's a -1 point for the Sonoran Indian tribe.
oh, Fernando.
Oh, Fernando. Also celebrating a birthday, we got soccer player Rude Cabbage. And last week actually was his cousin's birthday, Uncivil Celery. I don't know why.
He sharded. It smelled like rude cabbage.
Rude Cabbage.
He's great with Bloody Mary,
It's
though.
like you're drinking Lowenbräu.
She has to be in that time of the month for her to be Bloody Mary, though.
Also
Ew.
celebrating a birthday, we got cricketer Kosala Corrupt Your Chi-Chi.
Oy.
What?
Yes, a.k.a. Mistrusting Memory.
Oy.
It's Mr. Corrupt Chi-Chi.
Corrupt your chi-chi.
Corrupt my
your
chi-chis
chi-chi.
anytime. I don't file charges or nothing.
We also got a Scottish soccer player, Paul Dickoff, a.k.a. Kendall.
Oy.
Nothing there, just bumpy knuckles.
His favorite bicycle was a unicycle.
Also, we got a Serbian soccer player. We got Milan Dudic.
What?
And remember, his Dudic's famous word is don't let Dick do you.
Oy. No bueno.
No good. He's going to reverse the favor. Also celebrating a birthday on the 2nd, we got wrestler Abdullah the Butcher.
Abdullah the Butcher.
Remember that guy?
Yeah.
He got his nickname because he carries a lot of meat on his body.
Yeah.
That's what
But I
it
remember he always had a bloody head. His head was
Huh.
always bleeding on every match.
Don't we all?
is. Depends how tight she is.
I'm quite a meaty fellow in my pants.
Also celebrating a birthday, we got Major League Baseball player Willie McGee.
yeah.
Willie McGee, remember that guy, cracked out looking dude? He
Yeah,
looked like
Willie McGee, I
Eddie,
remember.
Eddie Griffin and Beetlejuice from Howard Stern had a kid. That's what that guy looks like. Also celebrating a birthday, we got, remember Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, the
Yeah,
females,
Glow.
the farmer's daughter.
A farmer's daughter.
Yeah, her real name is Donna Spangler, and she actually got her name the coal miner's daughter, not the farmer's daughter, the coal miner's daughter. She got it because she used to go down under for lumps.
Remember, remember they
Just
had
like
Mount
I like my
Fiji.
gravy, lumpy.
Like your sugar on your coffee. Whole lot of lumps. Celebrating a birthday on the 3rd, we got Australian tennis player Roy Emerson. And actually, Roy Emerson is from Black Butt, Australia. Black Butt,
Black
Australia.
butt. I didn't know there was a black butt.
It-
Yeah, it's in the outback.
Yeah.
Is that where the All Blacks are from?
The Aborigines.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Also celebrating a birthday, we got race car driver Helmut Koenig.
Oh,
Whoa.
Helmut Koenig.
Watch where
And-
you go with that.
Hey, well, you know what you buy with the Koenig, right?
what?
Anything at the black market.
Oh,
Ah.
with a discount.
If I-
What
this
about
wasn't
on
a
Black
helmet?
Friday? Do you get a discount on Black Friday? I'm just wondering.
Yeah, it depends on what the rush is.
Yeah.
Also celebrating a birthday, we got Olympic field hockey midfielder Tracy Fuchs.
What?
Tracy Fuchs. That's
Is that
her
what she
name.
does on her birthday?
Yeah, she's from Center Reach, New York.
Oh.
So, in my experience, any girl from Center Reach who controls the midfield, she's Fuchs.
A center reach around, maybe? That's a good play.
Depends where you're going.
Are you sure it's not? Are you sure it's not pronounced Fuchs?
Hey, you know what?
Hey.
You know what? Fuchs
You
you.
get the fuke out of here.
I know. You mother
Sorry, my
fuker.
Celebrating a birthday on the 4th of November, we got baseball player Skeeter Webb. Skeeter Webb.
Skeet, skeet.
And apparently a web pattern is also made from skeeting.
Ooh, no bueno. No bueno.
No good. Also celebrating a birthday, we got Major League Baseball player Carlos Baerga.
Ooh.
Carlos Baerga, I remember him.
Yeah, you're Baerga.
man.
And I want to hear a country person actually say his name. Baerga.
Is
It sounds like a
is
horn.
that penis in multiples in
Baerga?
my Viergas?
Baerga's. Who is that? Sofia Vergara?
Is that a market? Viergas market?
Depends if you buy the salami.
Is that where they have the chorizo?
Chorizo.
Also celebrating a birthday, we got Olympic rower, Catherine Borchardt.
Oh.
Borchardt, a.k.a. Hershey Squirt Humdrum.
He squirted. Oh.
Because she's a Borchardt. Just
Hershey
saying.
squirts. I remember those days. Oh, sorry.
It was this past weekend. There you go.
It was earlier.
You know, so now celebrating a birthday on the 5th of November, we got NBA player Jerry Stackhouse.
Oh,
Ooh,
there
Jerry
he
Stackhouse.
is.
Oh, so
There
he
he
was- he
is.
was dope.
There he
Yeah,
is.
he's the athletic Chappelle brother. They
Yeah,
got that look. They got that
dude.
little look. That Chappelle look. You know.
He reminds me of the caveman from the Geico commercial. A little
Yes.
bit.
Or he looks like
That's
the
when
guy,
his off season is like that.
Or he looks like I got cheeseburgers. Remember Menace to Society? I got these cheeseburgers.
Oh
Wow,
yeah,
dude.
that's it. I
You're
think
talking about the cracky dude? Oh
Yeah.
man,
that was wrong.
That's
Oh,
awful,
my bad.
bro. It's too soon. Too soon, dude. Too soon. Too soon. We don't
Also
wanna talk
celebrating a
about
birthday on the 5th, we got NFLer Ryan Wetnight. Wetnight, a.k.a. Monsooning the Mattress.
it. The other Batman, the Wet Knight.
Hey,
That's
and
what I
also
call my wiener.
well,
The Wet Knight.
poking holes in the mattress. Also celebrating a birthday on the 5th, we got NFL coach Earl Greasy Neal.
Oh.
Greasy Neal, and it's actually with Greasy Neal, you always start wondering where the Ben Gay went.
Dude, the greasy Neil.
That sounds like something you do.
It's
to
a
a chick.
new it's a new dance. I think the kids are doing now.
Hey, what'd you do last night? I gave that girl a greasy
The
Neal.
Greasy
You don't even
Neal.
want to know, bro.
Greasy Neil. I have an uncle named Greasy Neil.
Huh.
Hey, how about the shirt on what's that movie, Revenge of the Nerds? Greasy Tony's booger shirt. I wonder if they're from the same collection.
Booker's a G.
Celebrating a birthday on the 6th of November, we got NBA player Lamar Odom.
Oh man.
Lamar Odom, yes,
He's
NBA player
alive.
and a lab rat. Doesn't he look like one of he models on the Painting for Good Times? Stretched out, that's what he looks like.
That's messed up. They had that memes. People are putting. Oh,
Him and Jerry Stackhouse were the inspiration.
and he was the first guy to. They said he was the first guy to use hookers and coke as a way to get his wife back.
Nice.
Like, it actually worked. Like, it's the
Actually,
only guy they met a meme like that. It shows
they
him
don't
he's all
know.
happy.
They don't know
like,
my dad then.
yeah.
Also celebrating a birthday.
Unfortunately, neither do you, bro.
Papi. Celebrating a birthday. Also, we got a Norwegian skater, Nut Johnson.
Oh.
Nut Johnson is actually really famous for making the figure eight with the big one in the middle.
Oh, man.
That's his calling card.
Johnson.
Also celebrating a birthday on the 6th, we got the inventor of basketball, Dr. James Naismith.
Oh, Naismith.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And actually, he was quoted as saying, "My vision of basketball is that it remains a white, humble man's sport, and that it never reaches the inner cities for I fear of corruption and bad vernacular." I think his
say
vision
that?
was...
Is Boom Shakalaka a bad vernacular? Just
Damn,
just
you really
checking. Just checking, Mr. Naismith.
I don't think his dreams came true. And rounding out birthdays on the 7th, we got Japanese baseball player Yutaka Fukushitsu, a.k.a. Kamikaze Crapper.
That sounds a lot like me on that tour in Korea. That wasn't a good joke in Hiroshima, let me tell you that.
Shitsu.
Also, we got birthday on the 7th, tennis player Mark Phillip Pussies, a.k.a. Marky Mark and the Funky Spunk,
Is he a porn star or what?
with the quickest ejaculation. And rounding off birthdays on the 7th, we got Olympic field hockey player Chris Fillet. And coincidentally, Chris Fillet is also the name of a pastry named after Kris Jenner that's made of old, spongy white dough. And it used to be filled with rainbow sherbet, but now it's mostly topped off with dark chocolate. Chris Fillet.
Not good.
And that's it
Like
for...
fish fillet.
Is that at McDonald's? A Chris fillet?
You get it with an Odom shake. Oh, wait. That's called a seizure. My bad.
I usually
Too
get
soon?
that on Good Friday.
Too soon?
Dude. Wait another week.
Oh,
And that's it for athlete's birthday.
Athlete birthdays. So to all of you guys from the Bsidesports Show team, happy birthday.
suckers.
Happy birthday.
So you guys are tuning in and listening to Bsidesports Show with Eric J, Shaye, Whitey, and myself, Ralph Figueroa. So we're gonna move into our next topic of conversation because we want to find out who's in trouble. Go ahead, hit it, Drakk. So, brought to you by the B-Side Sports Show team, and we want to know who's in trouble right now? We are. This
What?
is turning into a sausage fest.
Oh, yeah, we got
Jesus.
Ramiro Loco.
Yeah, well,
I
give
don't
it-
know. I smell
In the house.
pussy.
I wish I did.
There he goes already.
House
Yeah,
party.
we got a couple people in the house, Julio Flores and Tony Ariola. So,
And Ramiro Loco.
Hey, that's them two. Ramiro Loco.
Huh?
Lewis.
Yeah.
so
And he's got a beard now, too.
Look at this guy.
Everyone's got a beard nowadays.
This looks like a lineup for like something bad that's gonna happen. Look at this shit. Look at this.
Yeah, it looks like they're lining up for a wrestling competition, a tough man competition. That's what it looks like all right here.
So, all right. So, what are we gonna find out? Who's in trouble?
Yeah, he was
Shaye?
in trouble. A while back, one of our shows before Ralph had left for a little vacation there.
Vacation. Look at this guy.
No, a little
What a dick.
no,
What a
but
dick.
we talked about Thabocephalosha from
Well,
the
he's
Atlanta
gone
Hawks.
having a good old time, and
Yeah.
we still keep working and
Left us
laboring
here.
all day long.
He left us here. Didn't invite us to Korea. No, I'm just
I don't
kidding.
even have benefits.
Do you guys want the diarrhea that I got over there? Then I'll give
yeah.
it to you. I'll give it to you.
Okay,
Trust.
All right,
Trust.
Eat the shellfish.
cool. Go ahead.
No. So who do you got?
No, yeah, Cephalosha from the Atlanta Hawks. You remember we talked about him? He had actually got roughed up by the police back in an incident in New York, and so he actually missed the playoffs because of that, and that could have hurt their chances actually. But he was ended up being released, and he actually rejected an offer. They made him an offer. We'll release you now. But I think they just kind of wanted him to like kind of sign off and say everything was cool.
That he was guilty or
yeah,
something.
yeah. So he declined
No?
that. He served his time overnight in jail, but now he's suing the police force in New York for $50 million because
Wow.
they fractured his fibula.
That's more than his
Um,
current contract.
He's gonna be the laziest basketball player ever.
Yeah.
That's
but,
awesome.
but I mean, it's like he's just trying to set like finally somebody that can send a message because it's been happening a lot with the cops, reffing people up, without justification basically, and this is a guy that's actually in power. He's got money, so he can try to help make a difference. I don't know. I think they didn't know he was Swiss.
I've seen him lose the finals.
He's actually Swiss. He's not. They just thought he was another. He even said it himself.
You know he's neutral, right? You know he's neutral.
Yeah, they even said it himself. They just thought it was another black guy in a hoodie, but he's not. He's Swiss.
He's famous for cheese. They should have filled him up with with holes.
No, but yeah. So he's suing them for $50 million. Just trying
That's
to make a
orgy
difference,
cheese. You know
That's
that?
orgy cheese, right?
Right.
It had a bunch of holes in it to fill.
From different directions and everything.
So that's a trip. So
That's
the
the
New York.
sluttiest of all the cheeses.
So I think a lot of heads are gonna roll in the police department over there. I think. I don't know.
Damn,
Somebody's
dude.
gotta take the.
Somebody's got to pay.
Somebody's got to pay the price.
Somebody-
for
Where's
that.
Allen Iverson in all this?
I know, right?
He's
He's
around there
broke.
somewhere.
He's broke. He owns
Uh,
a Chick-fil-A.
He sold his statue.
In a more of a
Owns
minor.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. He has a stand next to Mauricio's records.
He sells lace for quinceañeras.
Then Clipper news. Even though I don't like this guy Austin Rivers, but I'll mention him anyway.
Oh,
Austin
please
Rivers.
do.
I
Doc
thought you were.
Rivers' son.
I thought you were a Clipper fan, bro.
Not at all.
Oh no, I'm just kidding.
Not at all. But Austin Rivers.
See how
He
serious-
don't even get a haircut.
See how serious he
Not
is?
at all.
The Clippers shit. I let my shit grow, nigga.
I only like them when they suck. No, now they think they're good. But anyway, he gets fined for throwing a cushion. He got to the bench. He got really upset about something. Got the cushion off the chair and he just kind of tossed it. And I guess it hit some woman in the stand. Like, I don't. Probably didn't hurt.
He
too
said.
much with the
He said
cushion,
more.
but-
More pushing for your cushion.
Yeah. It
He
hit
got
her,
offended
though.
and hit a fat broad.
Yeah. So
So what does this mean?
yeah. So he's been
Knocked
fined.
over my Kit Kat.
My period isn't that bad.
How do you fold this and put it underneath my thigh? God.
Also, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Cry me a river, Rivers.
Is a little bit of trouble. They're going to be crying a little bit of a river because
Who?
Buffalo Wild Wings, the restaurant, we have one right up the street actually from right
Oh,
here.
Ramiro.
B-side shop,
This is
Covina.
gonna concern
But
me.
I thought BWW was big white women.
oh yeah,
I
well
was
I guess
so
it could be that.
I thought it was wide women.
Yeah.
I was like calling. I'm in.
That's why they're losing money. There's not enough of them.
They
There's
said
not
no,
enough.
but it's bees. The bees for beautiful. I'm like,
Mhm.
that is highly
or
questionable.
big.
Beautiful.
but anyway,
Bootyful.
I guess they've been experiencing a loss in sales. And they're trying to put the blame on something. Oh, the NFL started too late.
What? What do you mean? It's like
But in the commercials they have where they could stop the fucking game in the middle of the thing.
Yeah.
right?
I know,
I thought they
What's up with
have-
that?
I
I
thought
thought
they
they had
have,
the
like-
sprinklers that came up automatically.
right? I thought they can change the game.
That's exactly like it. So if football didn't start yet, just show the rugby game. Who cares? Just get.
So they're
people-
blaming it on the NFL.
Basically, they
That
said,
they're
"Oh,
not
what they're scheduling this year." is
Not
kinda-
not the fact that you may or may not get diarrhea from their food.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's not it, right? No.
Not,
Okay.
not with the salary. that they
Just
have.
yeah, I know, right?
Or you get dudes. Hey, you know the homie Big David went in there and did one of those contests.
And he
with
dropped the
Oh,
big
what
David.
contest?
the wing contest. Like he ate a shitload of those. I'm sorry. Those hot wings, the real hot ones.
And what happened to him?
He won. He got his picture on the wall there. Or something.
Really? That's his?
He didn't look too
So
great.
now it
after.
matches the one at the post
His
office.
nose was all runny. He's like,
It's like, by the way, he now poops standing up. So that's his other grand
And I
prize.
never seen a man with two buttholes.
oh.
He's squirting from his butt. Gross.
Oh man.
Smells
Like
spicy, though.
it looks like eye sockets in the back. It's like AC or DC.
His butthole's inside out. I don't know
You
how
could
that
go
happened.
bowling with them. Please throw him in the gutter.
That's a sick visual.
Now they call him Big Dave's.
And then in college.
Yeah, how come he didn't go to Dave and Buster's and take that challenge, bro? What's up with that?
At least they would have gave him a game card.
Yeah.
Dave and Buttholes.
He was crying in the bathroom after too. He was in
Oh.
that.
You know, he has no nails because he's like this on the wall. No.
Oh, man.
Who
And then in
else?
college football, Ohio State quarterback J.T. Barrett was arrested right before he was supposed to start yesterday.
That's what JT is for, jail time.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Yeah, I mean, they're giving a little bit of a
Jail time
vague
Barrett.
thing, but it's basically a DUI. But I think they called it something with extra letters. I don't know.
You know, he didn't even own a car.
Driving.
How do you get one in Uber?
It was driving while under the influence
He
with
was
a white
faded.
woman.
Wow.
So there was a bunch of
Wow.
stuff in there. No,
What?
I don't know. I don't know what
That's
was in there with that.
DWW, Buffalo Wild Wings. Driving with white women.
Yeah, so he missed his start. Also, we got
Buffalo.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Stupid, dude. Anyways.
Caio Magalhaes, which is kind of hard to say. That's a mouthful there, but
Hey,
he's
hey.
a- he's a
That's
U-
what you
Check
hope
your
she
drawers.
says.
he's a UFC fighter, man. But
No snowballing.
MMA fighter. He was a little bit of a poor sport though. Like after he lost him, he lost. Supposed to go and shake hands, good shit.
Right.
He spit blood at his opponent's face.
Did he win or did he lose?
No, he lost. He was just a poor sport
so
about
he
it.
spit blood.
He was all bloody from getting his teeth knocked out, whatever. But he just spit blood at his opponent's face, basically.
Wow,
Yeah,
man,
so he's
what a
been
fucking
suspended
point.
for that. Yeah, like that's not, that's not cool. It's crazy though. Like the guy didn't just knock him out again. Like,
Damn,
So
dude.
this wasn't during the filming of Bloodsport 2.
Cool, mate. Cool, mate. Cool.
There's a reason why they call him the llama.
Is he Bolo Young? Hope he doesn't have AIDS.
Shouts out to Tommy the Duke Morrison.
Is he still alive, dude?
I
Well, I remember him from Rocky V.
And then after that, no
That's
bueno.
it.
No bueno.
No good.
Somebody spit blood in his face, too.
Yeah. And then
Shouts out to Easy and to the acupuncture guy, according to Kid Frost.
and rugby player Imran Khan is getting a divorce. So that's always trouble.
Who?
Imran Khan.
He's divorcing Chaka. Divorcing Chaka Khan. He doesn't feel her no more.
Imran Khan. That's my homie. He doesn't know
Khan.
him.
Imran Khan.
No, he's a rugby player. I don't know. Rugby's been in the news a lot lately.
I'll tell you about the rug burn I
Maybe-
got.
Maybe he swings with Amir King Kong. Who knows?
He's not hung like a
Maybe.
Donkey Kong.
Maybe he just swings that way.
Yeah, and that's it, man. This week, and there was more throughout the weeks, but this is kind of the more recent
The
stuff.
more recent
Yeah,
one.
With
you
your
know what I'm saying?
eyesight went out.
Yeah, exactly.
He was reading, all of a sudden his prescription glasses went out. He was like, I can't see.
I keep fogging up my contacts.
He
How
needs
do
to
you
refill his prescription.
Can't
How do you
see.
fog them? So this Who's in Trouble brought to you by Shaye, Whitey, and the B-Side Sports Show team. So remember, you guys can tune in, find us on all our social media at B-Side Sports Show. So we're going to move into our next topic of conversation because we want to find out what happened this week in sports history. Hit it, Drakk.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back to the time. Sometimes he'd get up.
Sometimes I get down.
Sometimes you get down.
Sometimes you can't get up at all.
You got to call Life Alert. No. And I can't get up.
So this week in sports history, what do you got, Eric?
We're going to start in 1884. The Gaelic Athletic Association, or the GAY, as they call it, is founded
Ew.
to promote Irish sports and games. And the association actually denies membership to police and army. Yeah, and it's actually quickly infiltrated by the Irish Republican Brotherhood. It's kind of like a corrupt, sporting thing. So that's so just FYI, never do business with Whitey Bulger and a 25-year-old Vince Scully. 1884.
Do they scrub with Irish Spring?
They yodel. 1884. And Vince Scully's 25 years old.
Damn.
Pretty nice.
He's aging well.
Benjamin Glutton. In 1924, California legalizes boxing for the first time since 1914, but can't say the same for the Mexicans fighting.
They got chickens back there, too. When are we going to sanction that?
That's cockfighting.
Why they racing? Chasing them. It's a wire for. In 1934, despite winning the Triple Crown, Lou Gehrig loses the American League MVP to Mickey Cochrane. When reporters asked Gehrig if he felt gypped, Gehrig responded, I'm sure I'll forget about it sometime. And he did.
Cochrane.
Cochrane. No, so many men. Also in 1934, Babe Ruth tours Tokyo, Japan as a goodwill ambassador. When asked what he plans on doing while in Japan, Ruth replied, I want to settle a score with this jet figure called Kobayashi. How dare he tries to out-eat the great Bambino, king of the Nathan's hot dogs.
Godzilla.
Kyrie Irving. Nice, he's in there. In 1950, Branch Rickey signs a 5-year contract as VP GM for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And first question he asked was, where can a fella get a good colored person around here?
Are they in the colored?
the
colored pages?
In Pittsburgh.
Also
in
the white pages.
the white pages. Let your fingers do the walking. Big ones at that. Also in 1950, Charles Cooper of the Boston Celtics becomes the first Negro player in the NBA. And Cooper later remarks, I done never touched no basketball before. They just used me to teach the other white folk and scare them. He was the first black guy. He's an intimidating factor. He intimidated folk.
What did Naismith say?
I want him on my team.
He's a fouler.
In 1959, Jacques Plante is the first NHL goalie to wear a hockey mask, and he is quickly outcasted by a roughneck goaltender group called the Ghoulish Goalies. They have fucked up faces. In 1966, the NFL awards New Orleans a football team. The team promises to build a grand football stadium large enough to house over 70,000 victims. Fans. Hey, you know who actually performed at the opening day of the New Orleans Stadium? Katrina and the Waves.
I'm walking on sunshine.
Yeah. For a limited time only.
That was only sunshine for a few minutes.
In 1987, the New York Jets retired Don Maynard's number 13. And in his honor, they put the 13 sideways so you can actually see his nards. Sideways, 13.
Looks like a fanny. Looks like somebody's bottom. We love you from the heart of our bottoms.
In 1990, Sandra Miller is awarded $100 by a judge for Mike Tyson fondling her breasts. Mike, after court, commented, "Man, I should be suing her. I only touched one breast. She said both for 100. That's swindler." Tyson.
You always touch one breath?
One breath.
Any hate mail from Mike Tyson, please send it to Eric Huckubo.
Hey, was it the right or left that he took?
The one in the center. The boxer always hit the one on the left or the right, the one in the middle. In 1991, Magic Johnson announces he has HIV and retires from the LA Lakers. And that night, Magic kept wondering what he's going to do in his next life venture. So while drinking some Seattle brewed coffee and taking in a movie at an underprivileged neighborhood theater, it finally hit him, and Magic says, "Hey, I'll just host a talk show and be bigger than Letterman."
Underprivileged
neighborhood. He didn't think about Starbucks at that time. In 1992, New York Jets wide receiver Al Toon becomes the 10th NFL player to catch a pass in 100 straight games. And he actually dedicated that moment to his brother who speaks through a voice box. I think his name is Auto-Tune.
I'm going to tune you out right now.
In 1996, NFLer and Heisman Trophy winner Mike Rozier is shot several times. Apparently, the shooter was just a crazed fan, reminding Rozier to shoot for the open holes.
Swiss cheese?
Swiss cheese? It's Gruyere. And finally, in 1997, San Francisco Giant manager Dusty Baker wins the National League Manager of the Year. And coincidentally, Dusty Baker is what he calls his fart box. And that's it for this week in sports history.
I once Dusty Bakered a girl. You don't want to know about it either.
Is that like a Dutch oven?
It was after I did the greasy kneel though.
Oh,
so.
the greasy.
It gives you pink eye.
You got to wash your hands repeatedly after.
He's like, what does a pillow have to do with my bare butt?
This week in sports history brought to you by Eric J. Here at the B-Side Sports Show, man. We are having too much fun, bro. So you guys are all tuned in, listening to Shaye, Eric J., myself, Ralph Figueroa. We're going to move into our next topic of conversation because we want to find out where are they now. Go ahead, hit it, Drakk.
Where are they now? How I miss those
Still,
Yes.
still one of the creepiest songs
Yeah.
I've ever heard.
Actually, that song, that part reminds me of my buddies right there, Ramiro and Luke, because they go hiking in the canyons.
Oh,
In the dark sometimes even.
so those are the companions,
These are my Manilos.
the Manilos.
And Eric sang that song while you were gone too. He's all,
I did,
"Where's
I
my
did."
companion that I walked through the canyon?"
In the dark. Yeah, I'll never head over Turnbull ever again.
I was touching inappropriate places there.
Oh.
So, Shaye, where are they now?
Well, I've decided to do like a little bit of because we're in the election time, right now, all the debates going on and stuff like that. So
I'm a master debater.
yeah.
Cunnilingus.
Hey.
Yep, and I've always been an expert. Anyway,
Man down, man down.
He's ambidextrous.
but yeah, so some of these
He's a
athletes
switch hitter.
they ended up turning to politics. Usually they go into commentary or coaching or whatever. But like for example, actually this Olympian didn't follow in the footsteps of Bruce Jenner and become a woman. Instead, he actually became a House of Representatives in the Congress.
So he's a bitch in another way.
Bob Mathias. No. Bob Mathias.
You beat me to it. I was just about to say, that's hilarious.
I'll give you the next one.
You got that? Yeah, he was from the 1948 Summer Olympics. He won a gold there, and and he also played for Stanford University. He actually played football also, and he became House of Representatives. He served for about 9 years.
Wow.
So he did that. We also got we talked about Kevin Johnson already before, I think.
Yeah.
He's the mayor in like Sacramento, I believe now. Kevin Johnson, former Phoenix
Kevin
Sun.
Johnson likes his Johnson kiss.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's why they call it Sacktown.
Yeah. You're going to be successful if your name is Johnson. It's just what it is.
Sacktown.
Oh, not really.
No, I guess not.
Who, Don Johnson? Oh, yeah, he was kind of successful.
Yeah, Sacktown.
Sacktown.
Hey,
Yeah,
baby,
Don-
come down to Sacktown.
Don Johnson's the man. Oh, anyway.
All
Also,
inspiring.
there's another 7-time All-Star in the NBA, Dave Bing, no relation to Chandler Bing. He's
Or the website being, whatever.
he's actually
He's not your friend.
he's actually the mayor of Detroit.
I wish I had a binger right now. He's the mayor of Detroit.
Yeah, he's the mayor of
So
Detroit.
he's
Still to this day,
And he owns cherries, the Bing Cherry Company, I
Yep.
believe.
He was elected in 2009. He's actually in the Hall of Fame, the Naismith Hall of Fame. What do you think Naismith said about him?
He said, don't go into the inner cities. Stay away from the blacks.
Bada bing.
Also, you remember Heath Schuler? Do you guys remember that name?
Yeah, the guy from the chocolate. Heath.
He was actually kind of
The guy with the Crystal Cathedral.
Well, he
No,
was,
oh no, that's another Schuler.
no, he was like more known as like a
There wasn't even Brokeback. He played the Joker.
not that Heath. No, not that Heath. He was actually known as kind of a draft bust, though. He was a high pick in the draft, quarterback. But
Heath Schuler played with Washington.
yeah, and he actually played for the Raiders for a small stint. too.
Who
He
hasn't
was,
played for the Raiders?
Yeah.
Jesus.
But yeah,
Why are you bringing up old stuff?
but he's
Take it back to
actually
83.
he's actually a congressman now. He's been since 2007. He's been in Congress, so he's
Wow.
and he's actually pretty. They call him with like a blue dog or something because I guess he's kind of conservative.
Because he has a
Or
pit bull
whatever.
face.
Yeah. Yeah, he played. He played for the Saints, the Raiders, and the Redskins.
Yeah,
he was good in college, but he just never really panned out in the
Yeah,
What
but
NFL.
college did he go to?
he played for Washington, right? The Huskies.
Yeah, but yeah,
Oh, yeah?
the Huskies, and
The
he was
Huskies.
actually, and then he actually got drafted to the Redskins and stuff. But he's North Carolina, 11th district, North Carolina. He's a House
Over
of
there because they
Representatives.
didn't know who he was over there. That's what
Yeah,
he
of
wanted.
course. He's,
Heath Schuler. He's a joke.
meh.
He's like, hey, look.
Someone elect Jordan. We need Jordan here. Jordan.
Yeah.
Michael.
And then of course,
MJ. He's heir. He's Air Highness. He's
Not-
royalty.
Not Michael Jackson.
and of course, who's the most famous one that went into politics? Come on.
Oh, wait, Wally
Athlete?
George.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, well, I would say, Arnold Schwarzenegger too. Yeah, that's another one.
Schwarzenegger
yeah.
Well,
what?
I mean, he's considered an athlete because he was a
So
bodybuilder.
watch your mouth.
Yeah.
Dude, I heard the funniest thing, by the way. Just quickly. So we're over there in Korea, and they said you can't use certain bad words. So we figured, hey, if you're going to figure out how to use good words to supplement bad words, you got to watch a Samuel Jackson movie, right?
Yeah.
Snakes on a Plane, dude. If you ever hear the dubbed version for like TV, hilarious, dude.
Oh, that's
Wow.
it. Gets
So
through.
in the, and I'll say it the way, because I'm quoting the movie, right? And the movie says, "I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane." Right? That's the famous line, everybody.
Yeah.
In the dubbed version, it was beautiful. He says, "I'm tired of these monkey finding snakes On this Monday to Friday plane. I fucking lost it, dude.
Monday to Friday plane. Wow. That means it doesn't fly on the weekends.
Flippity floppity boo.
Hey, but seriously, man.
Hilarious, dude. Hilarious. I had to bring that up.
and then one more. We got
That's a good one.
Bill Bradley. He's actually a former Knick. He won the championship. He was on the same team with Phil Jackson back in what was it 1970.
Who was it?
Bill Bradley.
Bill Bradley.
Yeah, Hall of Famer also. Played for the Knicks.
Bill Bradley smells badly.
He-
He's wasn't
Bill
he at
Bradley smelled
the
Is his friend? Is he friends with Milton?
No, I don't think so. He's not related to
No.
Tom Bradley either.
Oh,
Because he's
the
white.
Mayor, the Mayor Tom Bradley.
Yeah, he's not because he's white. Bill Bradley's white, and he played with he played with Phil Jackson though in their championship teams. He ended up after in 1978 after he retired. He was also elected a senator in New Jersey, and he actually served for 18 years after that.
Really?
and now they found him under Yankee Stadium.
They found him in the stomach of Chris Christie.
And just looking up his picture, he looked kind of funny. But all those guys from the 70s look a little funny. But I don't know.
You look
Guess
funny in
it's
the
weird.
70s.
Yeah, I was born in the 70s. I look
Me
funny.
too.
You look like
Sorry to age
semen.
yourself.
Not the Navy kind either.
You look like an X-ray. That's all your pictures are.
So that's what's going on now, man. With the election coming up, I just thought I'd talk about some of the athletes that went into politics. Man. It's like, I guess I don't know what's more stressful, politics or sports.
No, having an Asian guy say election
Oh, you'll come for an erection.
without looking at your penis.
No.
That what he means? Did he
almost
mean
erect.
election?
No.
It's almost erection day.
Oh, the pill coming in.
Every day
That's
is
the day you take your
erection
Viagra. It's
I know,
erection
right?
day.
That's why you ODOM. Odom. You overdose on male enhancements. Odom.
They were over the counter. It's different. Where do you get them from? Like what was it? You go to the quickie stop or something,
I would.
and he got his supplements.
I would
Jeez.
get or take horny goats.
Where are they now? He's almost dead. How about that?
Silly Rabbit almost took one with his beer. He
bought-
thought he had a headache.
He bought Viagra and Magnums at the same
And then
spot.
he started his period. It's crazy.
It's crazy. Never seen a man spit blood, except for that UFC fighter guy.
I know.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Where are they now? Brought to you by Shaye, Whitey, and the B-Side Sports Show team, man. That's good stuff, bro. So you guys are all tuned in. Follow us on all the social media at B-Side Sports Show. So we're going to move into another topic real quick and just do a little welcome back so we can talk
Yes.
about some of the stuff that happened. So we'll do a little welcome back segment. So go ahead, hit it, Drakk.
We're talking about the big time.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around.
Welcome back.
That was a good song.
That was a good
That was
song.
a good song.
Yeah.
Shout out to Drakk spelling
Shout-
over
I
there,
was
man.
even thinking that. I forgot. Oh, yeah,
Well,
I knew it.
well,
Well,
Welcome
didn't
back.
Mace do a song with Welcome Back?
Yeah, he did.
He
He
did
did.
a Welcome Back
When
song.
he came back, when he made his comeback. Real
Was
quick.
that from being a pastor or something? Or
Yeah,
was it-
something like
Oh,
that.
I thought that's what happens when after they mace you, they say welcome back. No, I thought that's how it works.
Your eyesight.
So yeah, so
So you was gone for
yeah for a few
time?
weeks.
Yes.
We went with the GIs of comedy, and it was really cool because we got to go to Korea, and the whole point of it was to go and share some laughter with our troops that are overseas.
Of course,
and,
they-
Yeah, that's what's
and,
up.
and it's crazy because every base that we went to was completely different. Every single one of them was different. You know, the first one was an army base, so it was a little bit more, you know, a certain type of crowd, I should say. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it was like the young army too. So when I mean young army, I mean like, hey,
Oh,
I'm like, whoa, I don't know if-
that new kind of army.
I don't know if I want to
Oh.
share a foxhole with you there, buddy.
The laws have
Well, it
changed.
depends what you call a fox.
Whoa.
Oh,
Thanks for noticing, but no.
it's that don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah,
What's going
dude.
on over there?
Man, so it was so the Yongsan garrison, Yongsan. Oh, that sounds like trouble.
Oh,
already.
Figueroa-san.
Oh, Yongsan. I tried to be a young son, and I realized when I got to the club, I was an old son. Oy. It was, dude, best salsa dancers ever, dude. Koreans.
Really?
Swear,
You know,
yes.
there's actually a salsa band called Orquestra de la Luz, and they're all Asianed out. they
All
karate
Asian
dudes.
They're either Asians or they're really high Mexicans.
or they, what do they do? They put like
Or they,
powder.
They, they border Central America.
They might be from Peru.
I think so. Fujimoto's.
Yeah, dude. So
Oh, really?
no, but it was crazy, man. So you go to the clubs, and so I got to hang out with some of the younger Army personnel that were stationed there, and it was like a good mixture of crowds. There's a lot of older, but there was, dude. I saw the Korean Patrick Duffy, dude.
No way.
Yes.
Patrick Duffy
Yes.
from Dallas?
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
that's
Yes.
dope, fool.
He looked just like him, Korean though, dude. Had the hair, just the mannerisms, everything, bro. So we started playing a game over there to find out what kind of Asian celebrities we were gonna run into over there. So along the way, we would, kind of be looking and stuff. But in Yongsan, it's right outside of Seoul, Korea. So we went out to Seoul, had a good time, had a few too many drinks. I was just like, wow. And I had to be up early in the morning too. That's what I'm telling you. The next morning, I felt, oh, dude, I'm like, I can't
What do
do
you,
it no
what do you
more.
drink
know that
out there?
feeling.
What were you drinking?
I was drinking the regular stuff. It's just the same stuff.
They have American beer over there.
Yeah, they got everything
Oh,
over there. So
cool.
yeah, but
But Liza.
like what?
No, but how about the prices? Is it the same as the beer?
Pretty comparable. Same. A little cheaper. Some
Over
of the
there?
spots. Yeah, not too bad.
All right, see?
So
Were you able to use your currency, or did you have to exchange it?
I exchanged.
Oh, you did?
I exchanged. I couldn't figure it out. So,
Yeah.
so if anybody wants to buy some Korean money, whatever it's called, wen or I don't know
Yen?
that. Yan. No, that's in Japan.
Oh.
They call it whatever. They call it something. It just looks like a bunch of nickels and quarters. I'm like, man, get out of here.
Nice,
Get outta
dude.
here, so.
You could use those cereal here over here, don't you?
If I go to Koreatown, maybe.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I go
Maybe.
by there all the time off of 6th Street.
Yeah, maybe
Six
I'll
feet
give
like
you-
Wilshire.
I got like $7, bro.
There's like a
but in Korea, that's a rich man. Just so you know.
I'm eating ribs tonight.
So the next morning, after we did that show, the next morning we hit a bus and boom, we go to the next. It's an Air Force base called Osan. It was huge. It was like a big family. Like they had a homecoming game.
Oh, really?
I was like, wait, you guys got homecoming over here? Like, where the hell in Korea am I right now? You know?
No shit.
For real, dude. Tons of people. And so that show, they were doing Oktoberfest. So guess who was faded? Hell yeah,
Yeah,
dude. They were
nice.
wasted,
Faded,
dude.
activated, huh?
Beautiful stage, so we got up there. The colonel was really cool. He's like, yeah, just go off base, man. There's all kinds of bars and stuff.
Chicken in a bucket. Chicken in a... That Colonel?
Not that colonel.
No, all right.
No, Sanders, no.
Nah.
I'm tired. They actually have KFC over there. They do. They have it.
Yeah, but come on.
They have Subways everywhere.
And I'm
dude.
sure they got McDonald's too, right?
McDonald's. They call over there. They call them McDonald's.
Oh,
Really?
McDonald's.
And what do you eat there?
They have most of the same stuff, but their fish fillet has shrimp in it.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Both or just a shrimp? It's
No,
shrimp
it's
fillet.
it's a shrimp inside the fish fillet. Like,
That's
Oh.
yeah, like the,
You know what you should try is a Chris fillet.
he tastes yucky.
I always thought over there it would just be called McDonald without the S on the
No,
end.
it's a McDonald's.
Oh.
So Osan was pretty cool. We had a great show there. I got explosive diarrhea. Yay!
For eating at McDojo.
You got to do that when you
for
go
eating
overseas.
Korean barbecue. Yay!
How are the toilet situations? Was it regular?
Oh,
or-
yeah.
Let me tell you guys. Let me
What's,
tell you. One of the luxuries over there, believe it or not, is their public restrooms, dude.
Shut the hell up.
They're clean, and they have heated toilets, dude.
Get the hell out of here.
And most of them have the bidets.
Oh.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I was telling you.
I
Did you get
spent-
the virginized?
I spent a lot of bidets and nights.
bidets.
Yes.
They have
How does it
fluffers.
feel?
Wasted bidet and wasted
but
nights.
Nice.
It
Hey,
tickled a little bit. I was like, wow, my little Cheerio got clean. Nice.
They even have
Nice.
fluffers in there.
It was like punching the bag like a boxer.
the little wire spoke wheel back there got cleaned up. Nice. It
That's
was
dope.
and
dude.
then you press another button and it sprays the room, smells on like I'm like, man, I want to take more dumps in here. Ah,
It reminds me.
I was
gotta
looking
wash,
forward
I
to have diarrhea. I'm like,
I gotta wash my car now and the rims.
Yo, I never enjoyed diarrhea so much.
it
in my
was
life.
beautiful. It was awesome, dude. It was awesome. It was comfortable. I was like, is this reclining? Oh, this is awesome. No.
Nice. Ooh.
But so in Osan, we went out to this Korean barbecue place off base that everybody told us about. Really good food. The lady like force fed me though. She just stuffed this little lettuce wrap of food. It was so good though.
What was in it?
And it was like there was meat, there was garlic, there was they had short ribs, dude. The short ribs were bomb over there, dude.
Nice.
So and then a lot of the guys were getting this thing called a bimbabap.
Whoa.
You know what that is? It's like a stone bowl, and it's like heated to like a crazy amount, and they put rice inside of it, then meat and vegetables, and then they put an egg.
That just sounds interesting.
Yeah, they put a sunny side up egg, and then when you break it, it starts to cook inside the thing.
Don't the cholos call that Southside spread?
The bimbabap, is that the move from Selena? No, not that one. No.
La bomba clack.
And they put it in one of those Mexican salsa makers, the molcajete,
The
right?
molcajete.
No, they
It's
put it-
basically a molcajete.
Where's
Just,
the rock? Just smash.
why are you giving me chopsticks? Weird. So yeah, so
Wow.
Osan was really cool. We spent a day there, got a chance to hang out. Then we went to Kunsan. Wow, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. We actually met a little Kunsan over there.
With the Dennis Rodman?
That was a
For
weird.
real?
It was a really cool Air Force base because they actually had the jet planes, like the ones from like Top Gun.
Oh,
So they were like
hell yeah.
flying in. I was just like, oh. So they put us. That hotel was nice too. So they hooked us up. And then so next morning we do the show. The next morning, we're normally taking these big vans, like the small, because there's only 6 of us total.
Right.
The next morning, this huge bus, like a bus shows up, and we're like, "What the hell is this for?" They're like, he's like, "Oh, this is how we're gonna take you to the next base." We're like, okay." This guy gets in, bro. Koreans should be ashamed of the way they drive over here, because this dude was driving like a champion, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
This guy should be like the poster child for Korean drivers, dude. Swear to God.
Why?
This guy was taking this huge ass bus flying through the toll roads, dude. We were in the back praying. I've never been religious until that moment in my life, dude. I'm like, holy crap! There's a Korean dude driving a big ass bus over the speed limit. I'm gonna.
What
die,
if you
know
actually
what I mean?
looked over and noticed that the front end was a rickshaw? And he's got, this dude's got badass feet.
And this dude, I swear to God, the steering wheel was bigger than him, dude. He was just kind of his legs were dangling off of it, dude. I was like, how's he doing this? We go through this center of this town. I can't remember the name of it, and we're going through the middle of it, dude. And the cars are really narrow over there. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Japanese cars and the Korean cars. They're very narrow.
Yeah, I have a Kia.
So yeah, so over there is just a key. They can't even afford the Ia because it's. Just,
I know when I open my front door, I got to lower the window on the opposite side.
So, dude, like you could open it from the, you have to get in through the back. You know what I mean? The
Wow.
roads are narrow, dude. And this guy is flying over this. Speed bumps are optional at this point. We're like, did we just go? Did we just Dukes a Hazard that speed bump? Like, nice, dude. Takes us in there, is taking turns like a champion, dude. I was like, wow.
Eric would have sharded.
Dude.
I'm just doing it now.
We were all in there. We're like, where are the oh shit grips in here? We're in a bus. Like, we're holding on to the curtains and shit.
Dude.
So he took us to the next location, which was in Daegu. And Daegu is like a very populated city.
With Italians, right?
It's Daegu.
Daegu.
I'm gonna leave some Daegu in your face. Hey, how you doing? So Daegu was really cool. We climbed a mountain up there, did this trolley car. So we had a day off over there to go and hang out. The base was really tiny. The Air Force base is tiny, dude. Maybe 90 people total on the whole base.
And only if it's 80.
And I mean, it's tiny. It's a small little spot. It's mostly all planes,
How
So
did you guys know what is to get into? Like, if somebody was kind of a tour guide?
So every
or-
time we got to a different location, we had a point of contact, and they would just kind of, So
Oh, okay.
so that particular one, we had this this Asian dude, this Korean guy. Man, there's another guy that could drive. I'm like, holy crap! I'm gonna die in here, dude. So he takes us to the I guess they call it over there the Republic of Korea, so they call it the Rock. Right? I'm like, wow, check it out, the Rock.
The Rock.
It turned out it was their version of Alcatraz.
Sean Connery was here. Now, none of that, dude. And then, so they come out with these little shiny helmets. I'm like, oh my God, the Godzilla movies were the same. Nice.
Yes. And it's just a stick.
I was like,
Turn off the lights.
and a whistle. It can't be one of those. It can't be one of those whistles, though.
Basically, rape whistles.
So we got to the base and we performed for this small group. It was maybe 25. It was the smallest group that we did, and it was 25, maybe 30 people. One girl. It felt like this room right now.
So you guys, one of you had to be the girl for the night. You guys figure that out amongst yourselves.
Who's gonna wear the Bsidesports heels?
Not it. Everybody's all not it.
Very
1, 2, 3, not it.
Very cool show though. And then the
Nice.
next night we stay at the base we were actually staying at. It was Camp Walker. Huge show. A lot of people were there. And that was a cool thing. People knew who we were because they were putting signs. It was crazy, going into the elevators and you see the picture. It was like, wow, hey, that's me right there, And it was really cool because they made it feel like a tour. It was You know, it wasn't like we're there vacationing. We got a couple days to do some stuff, but everything was travel. We went to this other base called Chin High. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Who's named after Jay Leno, obviously, right?
Chin High.
Oh, it's like it means like be positive, keep your chin high.
Shaye.
Wow.
Mastering the
That's what they named
Oriental
it.
arts.
Red
what they named it
Ribbon
after.
Week over here. Look at you, dude. Look at you.
I know my history. No.
Bro, that was a crazy show just because it was in a beautiful venue. It was in like a theater, and shit you not, the front row was full of people with infants. Swear to
really?
you, Brian. Swear, dude.
No
There
way.
must have been like at least a good 4 couples with infants. I swear, dude. I can't make that up, dude. And they're just sitting there like, I'm like, I'm gonna tell a dick joke just in case.
Oh,
I hope I don't ruin your kids.
Say, look, glass temperer.
cover their ears.
So they were really cool. We behaved ourselves. You know,
Yeah,
we
that's cool.
we're very
Like sign my
professional.
baby's forehead.
Yeah, I know, right? So then we did Camp Humphreys. That was a bar. That was a straight up bar, dude. Like it felt like doing a show in Oklahoma at some bar.
So all those, so everybody that you're performing for is a
Timothy
part of the
McVeigh.
military.
They're all in the military.
They're all
Every
in the
single one of them.
military?
They're all in military bases.
Okay, cool.
So then something happened that we wound up in this other base called Suwon. And Suwon was one of those. It was the last of the Korean tours. So there was nothing to do out there. Like when people are on that base, like they're stuck on that. There's nothing to do.
Like Guam?
Yeah, they were like prisoners of war. I swear, dude.
Did they have those big hats? Those big like Chuck Norris movies? Those big brown and a matching blue or brown black canvasy outfit?
It's
No?
just dude. It's a younger group of people. It's like a younger group of army.
that younger group you're talking about?
Yeah, no, it's another one.
Another younger
There's
group.
another one. These are like the more behaved ones, but they know how to party. They have this thing called they call it the steel horse or the iron horse. The iron horse. We took pictures with it. Tell me why this thing had to be anatomically correct. Why did it have to have that? Was that
No
really
way,
necessary?
really?
Yeah, it had a little sport, a little American Pharaoh right there. You know what I mean?
You're trying to get out of that part of the picture. Let me stand on this side.
Like, hey, let me block his triple crowns. 'Cause that was pretty. And apparently he wasn't Jewish because he had the foreskin. But whatever. Not that I knew.
But
Not that I
remember-
knew.
But
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to close
feels
my
like
eyes now.
suede.
I don't want to close my eyes anymore.
It looks like a leather satchel you drink water out of, like cowboys.
It's just, and it's there, and you're like wanting to take pictures. I'm like, nah, I don't want to be too close to the horse's anatomically correct penis. Not my thing.
Nice, man.
No, but it was really cool.
Not a good photo
The sergeant major came and really cool dude. He was just like, hey, look, I don't care what you guys say, just be funny, make sure the troops have a great time. So he told them, he goes, look, whoever shows up is gonna get a free day of PT. You know, you get PT off on Monday. Everybody showed up, dude.
Oh,
like
that's
in the
awesome.
army,
Yeah.
bro. Like that's what you can swindle us with PT. You let us get a PT day off, forget it, dude. Everybody's gonna sign up. So the crowd's crazy, dude. And then at the end, they did this thing. They were so appreciative, and that was a really cool thing. They brought us over to this thing, and it says, "Where in the world are you from?" And they're like, "Hey, we want you guys, even though you guys aren't stationed here, we want people to know that you guys were here." So I said, "I want you to put your name." And they have this book, and then they have this big map, and they have to pinpoint where you're from. So I was like, boom, dropped a little La Puente on there,
Yeah,
dude.
I
You
saw
know what
that
I'm
on
saying?
your Instagram
So
post.
hell
That's
yeah,
dope, man.
dude.
Anybody close
606.
to where you from?
Nope.
No.
No.
Hey, we got to put it on the map.
Nah.
Yeah, join the military. Fool. What the
SGV.
hell?
He like I saw Glendale. Like, no, he's not my friend. No, I don't know.
Those are charmotas.
No, from Glendale. No, he's not that kind of Figueroa. No.
I have the 3 Figueroa.
So that was really cool.
Wow.
You know, we left that, and we took the next morning we took a flight. Then we went to Japan, and then we were in Japan. That was the coolest show. The first one we did there, by far the best one out of the whole tour.
Oh, really?
Was in this place called Sasebo, and it was a Navy base. And I looked out my window, and there's a big ass boat. I don't want to call it a boat over there. Over there, you got to be a ship. They get all mad.
Fresh out
Oh,
the
really?
boat.
And there's a lot of Australians like, "Hey, mate!" Like, "Oh shit, you
Out
got a
there?
beard?" Yeah,
What
dude.
are they doing over there?
They were there.
Oh, really?
They were there. Yeah, they
Like Australian Army or
Australian Navy,
really?
and they could have beards, like full on beards.
well,
Oh.
Brutus from Papa had a beard.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that they were allowed to have that.
That's more of like,
Pretty
it brings
dope.
back the Viking type
Or
of
remember G.I. Joe had Shipwrecked? He had a beard.
shipwreck. yeah.
Shipwreck looked homeless, so I don't know.
But
He
how do you feed his bird?
He looked home wrecked.
Is he the one?
That's shipwrecked.
Is he the one with the anchor on his chest?
Yeah.
Remember
Yes.
that? Even the toy had it.
Even the toy had
He
it.
wound up becoming one of the village.
I just
people.
want to know. Yeah, dude.
Shipwreck.
After they lost the construction guy.
Did you make? Hey,
They
did you
lost
make
the
any?
construction guy to an electrician work. Shoddy electrician works.
Hey, did you make any Asian jokes while you were?
No. Other than okay, well. So, so we were in Korea, and we're going to that Apsan Mountain, which is by Daegu, and so we're walking up this trail, and it's this beautiful hiking trail. There's a temple, there's all this kinds of stuff, right? So we're walking up, and there's this big, like a building, and huge, like ton of stairs, like at least a good 30, 40 steps that go up there. And on these stairs, it was a bunch of like Korean girls, like teenagers, probably 14, 15-ish, somewhere around there, probably high school age.
Geishas.
So we were walking up, and this is when I realized like we must look like the sorriest boy band ever right now, because I look like a Puerto Rican, for God's sakes. The black guy who's half white and half, he was our token black guy, even though he's only half. He looked Mexican. We had a white dude who looked like Tom Cruise. Then we had a real white dude who had a stutter, nice, and our leader was an Asian guy. I was like, and he kind of looks like he should have been in like some, like Blink 182. He has one of those kind of haircuts, So I was just like, did we just become In Chink right now? Is that what? Is that our boy band name? So we started joking, like we would call it. So we would take pictures because we had to do a lot of photo shoots and stuff for the Armed Forces Entertainment. So when they'd say, so we take our regular pictures with the banners and shit, and then all of a sudden the photographer would be like, boy band, and as soon as she said that, we'd all like do like poses and stuff, and and that was the running thing. So we get to Daegu, these little Asian chicks see us, and they're like, GIs! And we're like, what the? It's crazy, dude. Like, they knew who we were. We're like, how the hell does that? So they're running down. They're shaking hands with us, taking pictures. It was crazy, dude. We were mobbed by like 30, 40 like Korean girls, dude. We're like, how the hell do they know us? Well, where the base is at, there's all these, like I was telling you guys, there's a bunch of pictures and posters and stuff around the base. Well, there's this big banner that was up in the top, and from outside the base, you can see it. And it had all our pictures on it, so they knew who we were. So they knew that we were somebody famous to them because they saw us on the banner at the U.S. Army base or whatever. So So we started doing like little handshakes with them, right? So we're like, hey, let's bring us some of our culture or whatever, right? So we started doing that whole, the explosion, the dap and explosion, right? And then they would do it. I swear to God, they would go, oh, me next, explode, and then they would get back in line, dude, to go do it again. I was just like, this is the weirdest. I got two hands, guys. I don't know how weird that was, dude. It sounded really creepy too. Like, I got two hands.
Nice.
But I later found out when I got to Hiroshima that explosion bomb thing, it didn't really work out. It was a little bit much.
It was too soon.
A little bit much. But yeah, we wound up going to Hiroshima and checking that. That's pretty crazy, dude. If you ever get a chance in your lifetime to go and see, damn, dude, like a bomb just got dropped over there. There's one building left, dude. One.
Original building?
One of the original buildings.
How
still
does that
there.
one look?
It's all tore up, but
It looks like Popovich's face.
just pimply.
It shot it.
It's just all brown and
Tatted.
and sad.
Pop marked.
But no, it's just one dome building, dude. That's still there. Still has the structure, but everything else around it, because it literally exploded right above it. So everything around it was exploded, and it's kind of sad, dude.
Yeah,
But you see all that stuff, and then I was just like, we can't be, go on this tour and then have like a sad moment. So we're like, hey, well, there's a castle over there, and so we went to the castle, and I took off my pants and ran upstairs. Whatever.
Awesome, dude.
Who cares? I wanted to see the view.
It was a real gray skull.
I wanted to know what it feels like to be without pants in an emperor's palace. So no, it was really cool, dude. So we got to see a lot of stuff, and I guess the biggest thing for me was the troops, how grateful they were, man. And every single one of them, didn't matter where they were from, all of them were just like, hey, thanks for bringing a little bit of home with you guys. And,
of course.
Because we're doing stuff that's very like us, about, our daily lives here and, where we come from and stuff.
So they miss it.
And they were, dude. And that's what I was saying. Like in Sasebo, that that second to the last show was hands down the best one. Great energy. People were coming up to us and we're just like, I can't believe the Australians were like, dude, I got so many friends like on Facebook now that are Australians. It's crazy, dude.
Really?
Yeah, they're following me on Instagram, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Paul
dude.
Hogan? Croc.
Now,
Croc.
now that's a knife.
I love that.
Hashtag knuckles deep in the wallaby. Let's go knuckles deep, mates.
Maybe yeah, my friend Zonk.
But once it was a cool thing that we got to talk about the Bsidesports and some of the guys were, so we were listening to some of the past
cool.
episodes and
Cool, man.
and so a lot of people were listening, and even people that were on the base. Hey, what other stuff can I find you on? And we're like, oh, the Bsidesports show. So
That's
so
dope,
we're
man.
gonna get some fans from all over the world now.
yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
what we're hoping for,
That's
man.
dope.
So, but it's good to be back, and it's a great first episode back, in a while. So
Sounds interesting. Well, it sounds like pretty dope. You planning on going back?
they definitely want us back. So
That's cool,
maybe the
man.
next one might be a European tour though.
Ah.
So we'll see what happens.
in the bathroom. The European.
European in her face, maybe
Ah,
if I'm lucky.
cool, man.
So yeah, man. So everybody from that's been tuning in, listening to the B-Side Sports Show, thank you guys for all the love and support. So with that being said, we're gonna go into our final segment, do some shout outs real quick, and then call it a night. So go ahead, hit it, Drakk.
Let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on.
I'm talking to you. Come on. That's what we want her to do. Come on. Come on, baby.
Come on, man.
So, Shaye Whitey, what do you got? Shout out.
Oh man, shout out to everybody that I seen last night. It was pretty dope, man. We sold some merch. We seen a bunch of artists. Got to meet like Keith Murray, Born Out Loud was there. Lucky I Am from Living Legend.
Oh, yeah.
A bunch of our friend Bet One that was on our show before. He performed last night. It was pretty dope.
So he went all in this time.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was funny because
No more just Bet One?
Yeah, every time I see him though, he always brings up this show though, and he says I want to come back. He's all, that was a dope show. He really liked it. He really enjoyed it here. So that's pretty dope, and he's been kind of telling people about it too. So that was cool.
Oh, what was he,
And,
a Charger fan?
Charger, yeah, and I even told him when I seen him last night, I go, hey man, I was gonna hit you up last week on the game. He's like, I'm glad you didn't. And he's like, I'm glad you did, because the Raiders handled the
now
Chargers.
we can give him a shout out.
Yeah,
so,
shout out, man.
Shout out to your awful team, dude.
Yeah, dude. And actually, I want let everybody know too, man. Dude, we're coming up on our 5-year anniversary of the
Yeah,
B-Side show.
Tomorrow.
And dude, it's been I started out like basically just kind of behind the scenes and helping out where I could. And I'm actually now like helping produce and direct the show with Drakk. So it's like, man, we come a long way. And
You're like Seacrest.
yeah, yeah. And so, but we're gonna be celebrating tomorrow. And I want you guys, if you guys can come through, because we're gonna have all our DJs. We're gonna have music. We're gonna have food, all that shit. So Susie. Oh, also Susie Placentia's birthday. Happy birthday!
Oh,
Shout out to Susie.
Oh, nice.
She's the co-host of the B-Side show. So we're gonna be celebrating that too. So yeah, man, that's what we have coming up, and shout out to everybody that's been supporting us for all these years and all that, man.
Very cool.
But,
So be come out over here on Monday, November 2nd. So
Yep.
here at the B-Side shop
Alright.
and
if you can,
celebrate.
you can tune in on bsidechannel.com, bsideshow.net.
Yeah, but if you're in the Covina area, be sure to come and show some support. It's gonna be a good night. I'm gonna try to make it. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Eric J, what do you got for shout outs, man?
Shout out to the man upstairs as always. Shout out to all our fans and friends and viewers tuning in. Shout out to you guys. I'm glad to be back here with y'all.
Yep.
Shout out to our in-house guests standing over there looking at me like vultures. Shout out to
The sausage and chorizo fest.
shout out to my Golden Girls. And actually this week I'll be attending the opening of the new Steve Sarkeesian Chinese speed delivery restaurant.
Oh,
Yes, they work for the Lush. They do it fast.
That's right.
Steve Sarkeesian.
Pat Hayden does not appreciate that. Okay.
He's down and out. Catch him on bended knee. And that's it.
Oh, that's right.
Good, man. Good. So, so I'll end on. They got a couple shows coming up. Actually, this Friday, November 6th at 8 p.m. My show at the Ice House. Originally, we are gonna do it in stage 2. Got moved into the main room, which is pretty cool. So we got tickets. They're selling for $15, but I got a few comps still available, so you can email me at comicralph21@gmail.com. On Saturday, November 14th at 8 p.m., I'll be doing a show in Azul, which is in Alhambra. It's going to be a good cause. It's a good fundraiser for the San Gabriel Children's Center. So they're trying to raise money so they can help those kids have a good Christmas this year. So
Yeah, for sure.
these are kids that are going through foster, programs and stuff like that. So they're kind of in between. So it's a good program. Tickets are $10, and anything you guys want to find out on my social media, you could hit me up at ComicRalph21. Definitely give a shout out to Maricela, Greg Hyder. That's my boss. He's a good dude, man. I'm glad he able to give me some time off to go to go perform for the troops.
Oh, that's what's up. Dude.
Marcos and Connie Magallanes. Definitely a shout out to Tom Tran and the GIs of comedy. We had such a great time with all those guys, especially Jody Fuller, the dude who stutters from Alabama. That dude was hilarious.
He's funny. Oh,
Hilarious. And we just
Check
became
it
really
out.
good friends. He's just a good dude.
Mm.
Good overall dude. Shout out to Helen at the VFW Post 2924 over in Hesperia. Definitely give a shout out to my co-producer Monique Flores for she put her work in so we can pack out the Brea Improv the other night.
Nice.
Sean and Greg at the Ice House. Big Gene. I haven't seen that fool in a while,
Yeah.
but
What's up with
he's
Gene?
doing his thing though. And of course to you guys, Drakk Spelling, Shaye, Eric, man, it's always a pleasure. I really missed you guys, dude.
Yeah.
So last but not least, to everybody that continues to download and tune in and follow us on the social media,
Spreading the
on
word.
YouTube, on SoundCloud, all
Yeah.
that good stuff. So
Yeah.
quit spreading your legs.
Spreading your cheeks.
No, we definitely appreciate all the love and support, and thank you guys for following us. So once again, this is the B-Side Sports Show, and for Eric, Jay, Shaye, Whitey, and myself, Ralph Figueroa, we'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Peace.